Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. Hope you all are doing fine wherever you are. In this one, we'll dissect the planetary psychology a little bit so that it's crucial to understand each one of these planets that you can see on the left side of the screen, starting from Sun going all the way up till south node of Ketu, and how this will further tie into all the health issues, all the nature issues and propensities that a person has, careers that they choose, issues that they might have with their body, because we are talking about healing psychology here. This is a healers playlist. If you're not sure of what I mean, you can check out all the playlist series, introduction, and scroll through. Okay, if you're listening on my podcast, you can check out the link to my YouTube playlist. Now, let's begin with the Sun over there, the first one on the top. And I've stuck the pie chart here because we'll be measuring everything with respect to this pie chart. So keep a close eye on this pie chart on the right side of the screen. Sun stands for what? Sun stands for, and as we go through this entire planetary list, you will find that every planet has two sides. It has the good side and the negative side. It has the highs and the lows, so to speak. And this is the duality in the world we live in. This is what living within duality, within human nature, provides us with. It provides us with two sides of the coin. Doesn't matter which planet is exalted or debilitated or whatever it is. Okay. So let's go through this. Sun. On the positive side, it stands for nobility, individuality, generosity, grandeur, dignity, power, authority, leadership, creativity. Or, and after the or, everything is the downside of it, or it can lead a person to pride, egotism, self-centeredness, pompousness, ostentation, and despotism. Moon provides us with receptivity, sensitivity, imagination, good memory, sound habits, and conditioning, mental and emotional conditioning. Or, on the downside, it can make us hypersensitive, overreactivity, inability to respond, difficulty in getting in touch with one's own feelings. Mercury is the intellect, the buddhi. So it will provide us with rationality, intelligence, wit, cleverness, skill, dexterity, verbal and mental ability, acuteness of mental and verbal ability, shrewdness. It's a businessman, Mercury. Or, on the downside, it can be leading us to aloofness, detachment, amorality, expediency, over intellectualization. Very common with modern education, we see everything is over intellectualized, thinking I understand everything. Difficulty in thought and communication. That's the downside of Mercury. Venus provides us on the positive side affection, friendliness, love, gentleness, sociability, harmony, balance, elegance, gracefulness, and refined sensuality. Or, on the downside, it can provide laziness, vanity, sentimentality, vice and sensual corruption, and lack of taste and refinement. Vanity we see a lot is with the social media and everybody putting their selfies out there, especially the feminine folks, right? That's the downside of Venus, vanity. Mars provides us on the positive side with goal-directed energy, strength, courage, passion, action, competitive edge, and fighting spirit, and vigor. Or, on the downside, it can lead to anger, irritability, haste, impatience, inconstancy, inconsistency, lack of drive and courage, the all or nothing attitude. Jupiter, on the positive side, provides growth and expansion, humanitarianism, spiritual outlook, wisdom, optimism, faith, geniality, generosity, joviality, humor, idealism, and good powers of judgment. Or, on the downside, overconfidence, overindulgence, extravagance, immorality, greed, materialistic attitude in the sense of I want best of everything. Saturn, on the positive side, provides authoritativeness, discipline, responsibility, conservatism, practicality, realism, durability, constancy, and consistency. You contrast that with Mars, for example. Or, on the downside, Saturn provides anxiety, inhibition, isolation, depression, rigidity, stinginess, disappointment, loneliness, resignation, lack of adaptability, melancholy, lack of trust, and suspicion. North node of the moon or Rahu provides us on the positive side with originality, individuality, independence, insight, ingenuity, inspiration, and imagination. Or, on the downside, it can lead to confusion, escapism, neurosis, psychosis, deception, addiction, vagueness, illusion, and delusion. The south node of the moon or Ketu provides us with universality, impressionability, idealism, intuition, compassion, spirituality, self-sacrifice, and subtleness. Or, on the downside, it can provide eccentricity, fanaticism, explosiveness, violence, unconventionality, amorality, iconoclasm, impulsiveness, and emotional tensions. So that finishes the list which we see on the screen here. Now, what I want you to start understanding and doing here is compare and contrast all of these planets shown here and all of their positive and negative sides listed over here on the screen to this pie chart and the ascendants. Different ascendants will be ruled by different lords and different, therefore, psychological impacts on their personality. The ascendant is the dominant energy inside a being. What is there in your head, so to speak? What is there in your head you will carry to all the rest of the areas of life which are 1 to 12, right? So let's say if you're an Aries rising sign and you're ruled by Mars, and you will take that Martian kind of energy to all the rest of the houses. So Mars in Aries, second house becomes of Taurus, third house Gemini, fourth house Cancer, fifth house Leo, sixth house Virgo, and so on. But Mars is looking at every one of these areas of life. So if you see an Aries ascendant, which is only ruled by Mars, Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Ketu, so it's different. If you look at the Aries ascendant, which is ruled by Mars in the ascendant, they will take this Mars energy which I am pointing to now, the goal-directed energy, the strength, the courage, the passion, the action, the competitive edge, fighting spirit, and they will also take in anger, irritability, haste, impatience, inconstancy, inconsistency, all of these negative aspects as well. You can't take one thing and just take one side of it and ignore the other. There is always the light and the shadow. Because I'm making this for healers, you know what I mean. So there is always the light and the shadow, as you can see in every planet as well. And this is according to the Vedic text. This is according to how it is portrayed in Vedic astrology. These are the energies of different planets and points, the last two being just points. Okay. So I want you to keep this in mind if you want to take a screenshot and use this as a chart for your reference in your healing, whatever healing modality you are on. And if you look at your own chart as well, you can see the hidden gems in this. And we will uncover this with respect to the outer ring of 27 nakshatras later as we go along. Okay, so I'll leave it at this point because this is quite a lot to take in one go. And later we'll talk about the planet maturation ages and how that will tie probably into psychology as well. So I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscribes, and keep watching this channel and this playlist for more stuff to come. Take care.